Welcome back, guys, and I have some good news for you guys. I don't do good news a lot of times. A lot of times, the news that sells is bad news. So at least I think it's good news. It could be bad news, but we'll see. Time will tell. But for now, let's talk about a little bit what Crunchyroll is doing. Before I do that, though, before I forget, guys, subscribe. I'm trying to reach 3,000. We're about 80 subscribers away. We're so close. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, especially if you want more news. And also let me know in the comment section if you like hearing news, because I love giving it, but maybe you don't want that from this channel. So let me know. Crunchyroll has released a statement. This was yesterday, February the 25th. That they're going to be doing originals. Now, they had already announced this previously through their original Guardian anime, which was very talked about, and a lot of people judged it and were very concerned about how it is. And I think people are still concerned about it, which it's perfectly fine. We'll see. Time will tell how good this one is. I know for a while they were very feministic with this Guardian anime, and they completely went silent about it. They haven't mentioned it up to now, at least from what I've seen. This is the first time they actually re-mentioned this anime. It wasn't scratched off. It wasn't removed from the works. It just went silent. They didn't tell us they were working on it, and now they released that, hey, by the way, it is coming out. So I'm going to move to the window here of Crunchyroll. You guys can see there, that is the announcement they released. And you guys can find this on Crunchyroll if you guys want to see more about it. But Crunchyroll Originals, they're promising 8 of them. One of them is already out, I want to emphasize on a little bit about what they put there in the paragraph in the bottom. It says they officially unveiled the inaugural slate of Crunchyroll originals, starting with 8 series that span genres ranging from adventure to fantasy, romance, historical fiction, and beyond. Okay, so those are the genres, but the next sentence, it says that it includes the likes of publishers of Kodansha, anime studio Mappa, and brand and its own Crunchyroll Studios brand. So, the first one they've released, it is on the top right hand, and that's Inspectory. I've been reacting to it on my channel. It is one that is, I think, through Kodansha. I remember reviewing the first chapter, and I believe I have, not the first chapter, sorry, the first volume. I still have, I believe, the manga. I can't find it here on my bookshelf, but it is not originally made, at least not the story, by Crunchyroll. They're just producing it. So that's nice to know. I didn't know that, so that's nice to know. Others are there. Haven't really heard of any of the other ones there. I think I've seen 1 or 2 in what we know to be like the comic strip manga online. I'm forgetting what the word is. We'll see it right now, but they do have an official trailer video, and it's a basic official trailer. It just kind of introduces a little bit of each anime. It's very fast paced. You don't get a lot of information out of it, but then it gives a little bit more information on the lineup and webtoons. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah. Tower of God is promised to be coming this spring 2020, which is going to be in April. And then Onyx Equinox, which will be coming in the summer of 2020, which will be starting on July. And then the first one's already running. And then all the other ones, if you guys can see at the bottom of the paragraphs of each one, it says coming soon on Crunchyroll. Not a lot of information on these. Some are just, not typical series that we would think anime and manga would be, but they do sound promising. There at the bottom is the High Guardian Spice, which is the series that they had promised us, and everyone was kind of worried about what it would be. So let's read that paragraph at least. It says, in this Crunchyroll Studios production created by Ray Rodriguez four fierce girls train to become great heroes at High Guardian Academy, where they form allegiances, uncover betrayals, and discover their true identities while preparing to protect the world from an ominous unknown threat. Coming soon on Crunchyroll. So, nothing about feminism there. Not really big deal about it. So, I don't think people are going to be too upset about it, but we'll see. There at the bottom, it says that Crunchyroll has been working in or at least co-producing series since 2015. That this is the first time it decides to produce it on its own, but it hasn't really been, in the dark era when it comes to producing. It has been helping, and there are some examples there. The Rising of the Shield Hero, A Place for Them in the Universe, the Junji Ito collection, and it says more. So there's quite a bit of that they've actually done. Here's a little picture you guys can take from. There's a little bit close up on the series that we'll be seeing. Really, guys, from what we see here, Freak Angels I think is one that is on my radar, as well as Nobilis. From the trailer, the God of High School and Tower of God seem pretty cool. The rest, I don't know. Onyx Equinox, it's kind of a Hispanic thing, and I'm not saying that's bad. I just don't think I'm going to relate to it too much. And then High Garden Spice, it looks like a isekai that is going to try hard on being unique, and we'll see. We'll see if they end up actually being good enough for us, but we'll see. That's really it, guys. That's all we have. The Tower of God is, I think, the one that they're promoting the most right now, but we'll see when time comes. We'll see what comes in April at least. We will be expecting Tower of God, and then Onyx Equinox in the summer will be coming out, and we'll be able to determine, I think, a little bit more, at least from what I've seen in Inspectory. That has been a great series. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and we'll see what else is given to us. For now, I think everyone is excited just to see what promising material we'll get from Crunchyroll. I personally think that we should give them a chance at least. Inspectory, although it was, at least from my perspective, did not know it was produced by them. It gave me at least a way to rethink Crunchyroll. When I heard Crunchyroll, I would think, okay, they kind of do good at translating, but that's about it. I wouldn't think producers. When they started doing this Guardians anime, a lot of people judged it, and I jumped in the train saying, you know what, these people don't know what they're doing. Stick what you're good at. Don't try to do something that you don't know how to do. But now that I went in unbiasedly, without knowing that they were producers of Inspectory, now I have maybe bought in a little bit to saying, okay, maybe they won't do a bad job with these other ones. So we'll see. It is good to understand that they're only producing the anime, which means the stories themselves will still be produced by someone else. The only one that seems to be originally produced by them is the Guardians one. All the other ones have other productions when it comes to the manga, like Webtoon is a big thing here in the US, where you guys can read, I guess it's manga, but not really manga, in kind of a comic form, and they release a lot faster. So that's where the Rising of the Shield Hero came from, and it did fairly well here in the U.S. So we'll see what else does fairly well. I think Inspectory, at least in my perspective, it's one of the better ones in this season, and I think it should be doing better than it is doing. Not a lot of people talk about it because it wasn't really hyped up. And that's the other thing. If it's not hyped up by the Japanese culture, sometimes people won't even give it a try, because anime and manga, everyone connects this to Japan. And if it's something else done across seas, like, for example, Ruby, not a lot of people will give it a chance, and not a lot of people will actually want to watch further, because it's not manga, it's not technically anime, because it's not the Japanese culture producing it. So, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. More people might be excited about this. I firmly am excited to see what's coming. I know Crunchyroll is not the best company to rely on, and a lot of times we've gotten excited and then they kind of fall through. But we'll see what happens here. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe. Thank you again for the love and support you guys show on my channel. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.